Hi, I'm Laura Hoy for Benzinga, and here's a look at what you can expect from the markets today, Wednesday, September 25th. Worries that political conflict in Washington could end in a government shutdown have kept investors from making major plays in markets across the world. Some U.S. senators have threatened to block an emergency spending bill in an effort to defund Obamacare. Without the spending bill, the U.S. government could shut down on October 1st. A private survey in China showed the nation's economy could be slowing down, the opposite of the Chinese government's official results, which showed a powerful expansion. The Chinese Beige Book, which is similar to the Fed's Beige Book, showed weakness in revenue, wages, and unemployment, and has raised questions about how to measure growth. German elections ended with Angela Merkel being re-elected for her third term as chancellor, but without an absolute majority in the lower house of parliament. Merkel has reached out to the Social Democrats to form a coalition. However, the party is hesitant after a failed partnership during Merkel's first term as chancellor. The ability for the US and Iran to diplomatically resolve the conflict over Iran's nuclear capabilities has been called into question after US President Barack Obama and Iranian President Hassan Rouhani failed to meet for a simple handshake at the UN's General Assembly. Rouhani played the issue off as a scheduling conflict. However, many see it as a fracture between the already fragile relationship. General Motors took advantage of the favorable market and raised $4.5 billion in its first private debt sale since stepping away from bankruptcy protection. Asian markets had a lackluster performance on Wednesday. The Japanese Nikkei was down by 0.76%. China's Shanghai Composite was down by 0.41%. The Shenzhen Composite was down by 0.54%. New Zealand's NZ50 gained 1.15%, and Australia's ASX 200 was up by 0.80%. European markets also got off to a rocky start. The UK's FTSE was down by 0.31%, the Eurozone Stoxx 600 was down by 0.29%, the German DAX lost 0.40%, and France's CAC 40 was down by 0.32%. Energy futures came out on top. Brent futures were up by 0.45%, and WTI futures were up by 0.48%. Precious metals were also strong, with gold up 0.58% and silver up 0.67%. In currency markets, the euro slipped to $1.34 and the pound-to-dollar ratio remained flat. The yen gained 0.16% against the dollar, and the Australian dollar lost 0.55% against the greenback. Carnival lost 6.49% in pre-market trade after the company announced a sharp decline in profits and warned investors that demand outlook was weak. Morgan Stanley lost 0.26% in pre-market trade after being accused of selling faulty securities by the NCUA. Caterpillar lost 0.13% in pre-market trade after announcing a 10% decline in global sales from June to August. After trading on a recent high, General Electric lost 0.12% in pre-market trade. On Wednesday's economic calendar, we can expect crude oil inventories, new home sales, housing starts and durable goods from the US, consumer confidence from Italy, and consumer climate data from Germany. And that's it for today's Market Primer. I'm Laura Hoy for Benzinga, wishing all of you good luck with your midweek trades.